Hi guys, my name is Yash. I'm the founder and CEO of Cellcout Cybersecurity Services Private Limited. In today's video, we'll be talking about what is the TCP IP stack, and we'll also be talking about some bite-sized information for its various layers. So without further ado, let's get this video started. So let's talk about the most user interface layer, which is the application layer. We generally interact with it almost every day, browsing websites, downloading files, sharing content on social media, instant messengers, and all those things. In each of these cases, some kind of a protocol is being used. A protocol is nothing but a set of rules and regulations that have been written for that particular interfacing of data and how it is supposed to be managed, sent, and received, and stuff like that. Some examples of these protocols would be FTP, HTTP, HTTPS, and so on. So moving further down to the lower layers, the transport layer defines how the data is going to flow between the hosts. So the two major protocols here would be the transmission control protocol, which is TCP, and the user datagram protocol, which is UDP. The protocol which is defined based on what kind of an application is being used will be how the data transfer will be defined. So if I have to give you an example, in TCP it is a stateful connection where it maintains for how long the connection should live for, and that is usually till the end of all the data bytes have been sent from one place to another. In UDP it does not care as much for the state, it just keeps throwing packets left and right to the receiver, and basically it's up to the receiver whether he wants to accept these packets or not. So in a UDP transfer it is very difficult to know when the data transfer is completed as such, but in general this is how it works. So the next layer below the transport layer would be the internet layer. It is also known as the network layer or the IP layer. There are three major protocols which dominate this layer. That would be the internet protocol, the address resolution protocol ARP, and the internet control message protocol, the ICMP. The IP protocol is basically responsible for IP addressing, you know, your IPv4 and IPv6 addresses which are assigned to your machines normally. Your host to host communication, which basically is how it determines how the packets must be sent, what kind of a route it's supposed to take. And fragmentation, so for example, if a packet is way too large to be sent as a single packet, it would be broken down into smaller fragments and then get reassembled onto the other side. So the fourth function would be packet formatting, which is basically all these packets which have been broken down into smaller bits have been reassembled as its own section, how it was initially supposed to be transmitted but wasn't possible because it was not available as a single packet as a whole. The next protocol we talk about would be the ARP protocol. This is basically how the MAC address, what you know that is the hardware address of your system, translates into an IP, and how these addresses talk to each other and interpret which other networks are there or which other IPs or hosts are there in the network. The ICMP protocol, the most simple example for this would be the ping. The ping command basically works on the ICMP protocol. It checks for, you know, connectivity, redirection, and drop packets. That would conclude the internet layer of the TCP/IP stack. So the next layer below the internet layer would be the data link layer. This is basically where the network identifies the network protocol type of the packet and what is supposed to be used. This also provides error control and framing. A good example of the data link layer protocol would be the Ethernet IEEE 802.2 or the point to point protocol, the triple P framing. In each of these cases, this protocol would be responsible to determine what kind of a framing the network is supposed to take. That would be it for the data link or link layer. So the physical layer or the physical network layer is the bottommost layer in the TCP/IP stack. This specifies the characteristics and the types of hardware that is supposed to be used for the network. And this would basically mean your routers, your cables, your Ethernet cables, and what kind of a cable is supposed to be used, whether it would be a Cat 5e or a Cat 6 or a Cat 6e, and so on. That will be the end for the physical layer and almost heading towards the end of the video. Thank you everyone for watching. this would be the end of the video. I hope you learned something new, or you might have gotten a refresher for the TCP IP stack. I would like to take this opportunity to tell you about the cybersecurity training program we have launched at Selkout Cybersecurity Services. This video and others to follow is basically to showcase our training style and delivery, and the quality of training and the quality of content you can expect from the full training program. To enroll with us, you can visit our website on selkoutcss.com/trainings, or you can get in touch with us directly over info@selkoutcss.com. That will be it for the video. Do like, share and subscribe to the channel, and all these links would also be available in the description below. Thank you and have a nice day. Goodbye.